Greetings everyone, my name is Nigel Mayo and welcome to my channel Salad Cream Boy. Today I'll be going through my top 10 suggestions on what to get for someone who has anxiety this Christmas. Before we get started, I just need to tell you that I'm not a medical professional. The content in this video is a result of my own personal experiences and my own personal research. If you've got any concerns about your mental health and need something immediately, I would suggest consulting a medical professional. I'd also like to ask that if you like what you hear in this video and if you get value from it, that you like it, share it and subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more tips on how to help your mental health. And if you could, just ring that notification bell to keep up to date with my latest content. It really does help to support your favourite YouTubers and to help them grow their channels. Right then, with all of that out of the way, let's begin, shall we? The holidays can be stressful enough for anyone. With the season of goodwill upon us, we all want to show those closest to us how much we love them. Sometimes it's easy to pick out a gift, but sometimes you might feel that you need to put a bit more thought and a bit more effort and care into what you're getting them, as opposed to a Lynx Africa 3-in-1 bath kit. That being said, my bathroom's looking a bit empty right now, hint hint. Even though 1 in 4 people suffer from anxiety, so the chances are that you know someone, it's tough to know what might be a good gift for them, as if they're anything like me, they might not want to talk about it unless they absolutely have to, and it might just be difficult for them to ask for things that might help them. That's where this video comes in. It's my hope that this list will help you find a solution for this dilemma. I'm just hoping that I'll be able to help you show your loved one that you're there for them, that they're not alone, and to put a smile on their face with a gift that's a bit more meaningful. I can almost guarantee that they're silently needing this. So, without any further ado, in no particular order, my top 10 suggestions to help your loved ones with their anxiety this Christmas. It might sound silly, but let me tell you, anything that provides a bit of escapism can only be a good thing. There's an endless supply of these things. My friend last year gave me a couple of Game of Thrones books. Okay, yes, I ran out of the red pen quite quickly, but because of the amount of detail, it requires a good amount of focus. And because you're giving a lot of your attention to the picture, it takes away from the stress of life for a bit. Do you remember when you were a kid and you just coloured stuff for hours? This is a great activity that will let them reconnect with their childhood, and it's a great way to exercise their creativity. This is a bit of a risky one. I wouldn't just go out and get them a cute little kitten and just hope for the best. You need to be absolutely sure that they'll give the pet the love and attention they deserve, and that your friend is able to take care of them. Let me just be clear on this. A pet is not just for Christmas. I don't endorse getting a pet for someone just to make them feel a little bit better. It's a massive responsibility and it's not fair on the animal to need a new home in a few weeks down the line. However, if you know that the person in question will provide a guaranteed and loving home, the benefits of the companionship alone will make it worthwhile. I've also included a link in the description to my video on emotional support animals, just for a bit more information about how they can benefit someone's mental health. Scented candles, other than providing a bit of warmth, can do much to help your mental state, and they can also contribute to a nice calming atmosphere. My personal favourite is lavender. A bit basic, but I like it. The added bonus is that they help a little with the electricity bill. I know it doesn't seem like much, but you know, every little helps. Just make sure you remember your fire safety and blow them out at the end of the day when you go to sleep. Don't tell me that sometimes all you want to do is just curl up in front of a good movie in a nice, snug duvet, comforter or blanket. Such a gift would be a great idea during the cold winter nights. And it'll remind them that they have amazing people in their life who just have their best interests at heart. And just as a little added bonus, it's great for just blotting out those little noises. People with anxiety don't always want to talk about it, either because they're embarrassed, they don't think anyone will understand, or just because it's that private, or maybe even none or all of the above. This is why it's a great idea to provide an outlet for their thoughts. It's something they can carry everywhere with them, and it's a great way of getting your thoughts into some kind of order and start making sense of them. Trust me, it beats hours of talking to yourself and just staring at the ceiling. There have been many nights where I've just done my own head in. Also, before you wrap that present up, I suggest writing a short message in the first page. It will be a nice surprise when they open it up every time they go to write something, and it will remind them of you. It's also a nice little heartwarming sentiment. Instead of wrapping up their present this year, pick out a holiday themed box and put together a few things. You can put things in there like a bath bomb, a pocket-sized inspirational book, calming essential oils, and even a small bottle of soothing hand cream. The combinations of what you can add to this is endless, and it just gives your loved one multiple surprises to look forward to. They're a very inexpensive gift. They keep your feet warm during the winter months and just add to that nice cozy feeling at home. Plus, socks are just awesome anyway. I don't trust anyone who doesn't like socks. You can design your own and plan out an entire day. You could add things like go out to brunch, have a picnic, go out for a few drinks and a meal, or even just an evening in watching movies and eating pizza together. Anything you like. However, it would be up to your friend when they want to redeem the coupon. Sometimes people with anxiety just don't want to have to deal with going outside. So the idea of doing this gives them the freedom of choosing a day when they are feeling at their best. And the greatest thing about this is that you're spending time together. Aromatherapy is the practice of using essential oils to treat illnesses and promote relaxation. It's been around since the early 1900s, so it isn't something that's new. When inhaled, the oils connect to the memory and emotional centers of the brain, and it has a pharmacological effect on them through a direct path, unlike food that is broken down first. So you'll feel the effects quicker and it has more of an impact. Some of the more popular scents are lavender, sandalwood, clary sage, and Roman chamomile. Lavender in particular is known to promote deep sleep so that you can be at your best the next day. Okay, so there's no shame in not knowing what to get someone as a gift, rather than take the risk of getting something they don't ever use or want or enjoy. Simply ask them. This will show them that you have their best interests at heart and that you want to know what makes them happy, as opposed to getting something generic and impersonal which honestly they'll probably throw away. Of course, you don't have to get them the exact thing that they asked for, so you can give them a bit of a surprise. You could also ask them to make out a list so that you can just choose from that. It just makes life a bit easier when someone's getting you something that you may not be able to get yourself. So there we have it, just a few suggestions on if you're still having a bit of trouble trying to find a present for someone who suffers from anxiety this Christmas. Again, this can be one of the most stressful and loneliest parts of the year for anyone who suffers from anxiety and depression, so it really does go a long way to find a gift that is meaningful to them. And finally, all I've got to say is, at the end of the day, it gets dark.